Ohayou gozaimasu, minasan. Kyou wa sushi o tsukutte masu. Yes, we are cooking sushi today. Now, you might be thinking, sushi? That doesn't really sound like simple chefing. But I'll let you in on a little secret. So sushi is basically a sandwich, but with rice. Trust me. So the cooking time for this is about 45 minutes and you need 30 minutes to wash your rice beforehand. Your basic ingredients for this one are sushi rice, doesn't matter which grade. You're going to need some nori and you're also going to need some rice wine vinegar as well. Or if you have mirin, even better, but I do not. And just like a sandwich, the filling ingredients can be whatever you choose. So today I am going to use tuna and langoustine as my fish bases, and I'm going to use a mixture of different vegetables to go into that as well. So once you've washed your sushi rice, we're ready to get cooking. So you want the cold water that you're putting on top of your rice to just there cover the rice, almost up to the first crease of your index finger, but not quite. So the next step after you've washed your rice is to bring it onto the hob, put it on the highest heat possible, bring it to the boil, and then afterwards we are going to simmer it on a low heat with the lid on. So for an induction hob like this, I've got it on the highest setting, which is a number 9. When I go to simmer it, I'm going to put it on a 3. The rice boiling, so we're going to put the lid on there right now, change this from a 9 right the way down to a 3. And that is going to simmer away for 10 minutes. If you've got a lid that has a hole in it, just be sure to cover that with a tea towel so no steam at all is escaping. If you have a rice cooker, lucky you, this makes the process a little bit simpler, but you probably already know how to make sushi. So if you're wondering how much rice to use as well, I always go with half a cup per person. So 2 people, 1 cup, 3 people, 1.5. So on and so forth. Okay, that's 10 minutes up, so I'm going to turn the hob off. And now what we have to do is leave the rice in the pan with the lid on for half an hour now. So you can read a book. It's November. Bust a move or two. Prep the ingredients. Let your dog know how much of a good girl she is. Oh shoot, the rice. So this is what I prepared while I was waiting for the rice. I've got my cucumber and my spring onions, which is going to go in with the tuna. And I've got my cress and my avocado, which will be going in with the langoustines. And here we have fresh langoustines just off of the boat yesterday evening. Look at that. Shout out to my sponsor again this week for the langoustines and the use of the facilities, the Old Kirk Bistro. Now when you're preparing your fillings, you want to cut the likes of your cucumber, your spring onion, even your avocado into long slices, and that's going to make it easier to put into the sushi. I've also made some Mary Rose sauce here, which is just tomato ketchup, mayonnaise, and I put some chives in mine as well, but you can also use paprika. When the 30 minutes is up on the rice, you're going to remove the lid. You're going to add in a pinch of salt for every portion size. So I've done 2 cups here, so that would be 4 people, so it's 4 pinches of salt. I'm going to put in a little bit of pepper as well. And also this is the time where you want to put your mirin or your rice wine vinegar in there as well. And the portion size for this is 1 lidful per person or per portion. Okay, moment of truth. Oh yes, that is perfect. Getting there. And that is it done. As you can see, it's all stuck together, one big lump. So now it is time to assemble. Something's missing. Ikimasho. Now time to add our fillings. So langoustines first, I'm going to chop them in half. And place them just in the middle like that. You can pretty much use any fish or any cooked meat that you like. You can also use raw fish, of course, but I very rarely do that. I just prefer to keep it all cooked. Again, not too much, just enough. And now you're ready to roll. So you might have noticed I have a sushi mat. Doesn't matter if you don't, you can just roll it on a plain surface, or you can use tin foil as well, that sometimes works. But yes, today I'm using my sushi mat. So starting at the bottom, moving on to the middle, rolling it up nice and tight. Give it a little squeeze at this point, and then carry on rolling it round, squeezing with little pulses, and especially big squeeze when you think you're at the end. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. This is going to make sure that the nori is going to stick where it needs to. Moment of truth. Rolling it back. Oh, yes. Look at that seam. The nori has completely stuck. We haven't overfilled it. You can see it sticks out a little bit at the end, that's okay. Now we're ready to cut. So when you're cutting your sushi, make sure you have a really sharp knife. And also, what you want to do, if you follow me, you want to make sure the knife is wet. So every 2 cuts, maybe 3, okay? No more than 3. You want to wet the knife each time so it does not stick to the nori and break up your sushi. So a wet knife, ready to chop. And now you just repeat the process. But instead, we're going to make a tuna, cucumber, and the spring onion wrap. So as you can see, you get 6 pieces out of every single roll. This is the size of each piece. Do not ask me how to make the small rolls, I only know how to go big or go home. It is not possible for me to make smaller rolls. I cannot do it. And there we have it. So you'd get 12 pieces from 1 cup of rice. And there you have it, our sushi. So simpler than you might have thought, but if you tell your friends you can make sushi, they'll probably think you're a little bit fancy. And you can serve your sushi, of course, with some soy sauce, with some wasabi if you're into that. I am not. If you feel like being a renegade, serve it with some kimchi or some traditional pickled ginger as well. Almost forgot to mention, you can keep your sushi in the fridge for up to 2 days. So you can have it for your dinner and take it to your work the next day for your lunch. Arigatou gozaimasu, minasan. Thank you to everybody for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever you want, and I will see you in the next video. 1 cup of rice, you would get this. If anybody is wondering what the translation is on my head, it is Master Chef, most definitely. 100% true translation right there.